Do you ever feel stuck, like you're living your life on autopilot? Are you ready to shift into high gear and reach the success you so richly deserve? Welcome to the Play Big Movement podcast. I am your host, Sharon Lechter, entrepreneur, business strategist, and best-selling author. Playing big is not about settling for good enough or being comfortable. It is about reaching your highest potential and achieving your greatest success. Join me in my Play Big movement as I interview top experts in business, money, and entrepreneurship, all ready to serve you and to help you play big, be number one in your field, live your legacy, and create maximum impact. Hi there, welcome to this segment of the Play Big Movement podcast with Sharon Lechter. And today's podcast is pretty exciting. Make sure you have your paper and pen out, so you're going to want to take notes. But it's also a living proof of teaching the power of association. Lee Romanov and I met because we were both on a panel with Sharon. And I was so intrigued by her and what her background and what she does. I said, I want to hear more. I want to hear more. And we immediately reached out to each other and scheduled time. And I said, I want to bring you on my podcast because when I find somebody that really has a handle on what's going on and understand the power of income generation and just so have income activation, I should use that word, right, Lee? Welcome to the show, Lee. Thank you so much for being with me.
Okay, great. Thank you. What a great introduction.
Well, I haven't finished. I'm going to give the technical introduction now. So in 1994, Lee cracked the code on how to make money online. And she understood that what big companies do, that we do not. And that's we talk about the Play Big movement. This is exactly what she's going to share with us today. She created the model through the insurance industry. She had a website called insurancehotline.com, and she ended up selling it for a lot of money and said, you know, we should be able to do this for all industries. And so she went on to create incomeactivator.com. And it's the all-inclusive website builder focused on generating revenue, which is one of the reasons why I want to talk to her, because, you know, I can look at my credit card statement and we're paying for all these different things that hopefully sing together in harmony. And when they don't, you got to figure out where the problem is. So we got together, and Lee, thank you so much for making time to share your wisdom with us today.
I really appreciate talking to you.
So let's kind of start with, we talk about the code. What is the code from your perspective?
Yeah, let's hit it off right off the bat. There is a code that allows you to make millions of dollars online. It's simple, and your audience is not going to understand it. But by the end of this interview, what we're doing, they'll start thinking, and it will stop them from doing dumb and start them from doing smart, okay? Very simple. The way companies make millions of dollars online is to get businesses or people to give them content, and they send them back leads. That's it. And I'll give you an example. Most people listening to this have probably had a website far beyond the social media sites. And I'll give you an example. Let's say I wanted to become a photography site. I don't take pictures, but I said to you, give me your pictures. And I would say, oh, nice spa. Do you want me to send you a lead? And that person that probably has a spa would say, yes. That's Pinterest, $300 million last year. That's the formula. That's it. Let's say I wanted to be a video company. I would say, give me your videos. I'm going to put your videos on my platform. And I would send leads to businesses that paid me. That's YouTube.
And you actually did this back in the 90s for insurance. And you got to the point where you were making $50,000 a month and you weren't selling insurance. So share a little bit about how you grew that company.
Yeah, my greatest achievement was finding the lowest car insurance rates. I saved $300. And to me, that was like amazing. So I thought the world needs to save this kind of money. So I went to the insurance industry and I got their rating database. It cost me $50 a month, and I put it on my website. And then I just said to people, come and get the lowest car insurance rates. And then I sent $5 leads to insurance companies. My mother always said, never give it away for free. And I think leads is what she meant. So I found that there's promoters and there's doers. Now, when you have this formula where you get content and you send leads, you can be a promoter all day long and you don't have to do. And ironically, it's the promoters with a voice that make the millions of dollars online.
So people think about affiliate programs when you're saying that, but that's kind of like the junior level of what you're talking about. You're at a much higher level at this point, right?
Well, actually, I affiliate programs are really hard because now think about Google. Like Google's website is just a search bar, sending leads to companies. Now, Google doesn't depend on that company's ability to sell to make its revenue. It just sends a lead. So that's the difference. In a lot of ways, the wool has been pulled over people's eyes in regard to the power of leads. And many, many people give their advice away for free, and you don't need to. There's actual tracking software that you can say, go and talk to this lawyer. Lawyers pay Google $250 per lead, some $500 per lead. That's it.
So what you just heard was affiliate programs are dependent on the ultimate sales. And the program, the Income Activator program that Lee's talking about, is building a system where you're literally just providing leads. And
exactly.
Yeah. And so as she said, it doesn't rely on somebody's ability to actually sell. And so when we talk about this, one of the things you talked about to me when we were offline was how to build that traffic to it. So you get this opportunity to set it up, and it's hard not knowing it all. So Lee, you've done all the homework and all the development to pull together the resources to create a, not an elegant term, but a one-stop shop for somebody who wants to create an income-producing website, right?
Oh yeah. Well, here's what happened. I sold the insurance hotline platform that I developed to Tourstar. They couldn't believe how much money I was making with absolutely no advertising. So I sold it to them for a couple $1 million. And I was, my revenue was $5 leads to insurance companies. And I thought, I'm going to send leads to lawyers because they pay a lot. And so when I went, like you guys, and I looked at the WordPress, Wix, GoDaddy, all those Square Peg, whatever you want to call it, all those website platforms, that was my aha moment. I saw, no wonder you guys can't make money. To start, the website platforms that they give you are inadequate. Their model is based on upselling you to, anything they think, membership programs or online store. Oh, but you need more on the online store. You need more on the online store. And none of them have the same lead tracking software that Google uses, Angie's List uses, Home Advisor. And I thought, nuts to this. I'm going to put my foot in the door for the entrepreneur. I had the experience, the money, and the intention of creating a website platform for the entrepreneur with everything included, because I was going to use this platform myself. So it comes with membership software and a completely functional online store. But more specifically, you could be your own Google, cutting out Google. You could be your own Uber, Airbnb, Angie's List, whoever you are. The lead tracking software that I sold is worth millions of dollars, but you get it automatically in this platform.
So people are anxious to find out, and we've got a special link that's going to be in the show notes, and it's a bit.ly/PB for Play Big, PB Income Activator. But at the end of the day, what Lee has created is an opportunity for all of us to have the same resources and the tools that the big players have without I've spent millions of dollars on websites. And so when we first talked, I said, yeah, my website is more of a brochure than a lead generation tool. And we always have people that we're referring to others. And so I think it's something that we seriously are looking at. But I wanted you to share it today, Lee, because so many people out there are struggling. And I have a client that says, if it's not making money, it's not making sense. And you kind of said the same thing from a standpoint of your philosophy on why this is an opportunity for entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah, well, this is great. Basically, there are promoters and there are doers. Let's take an example for a chiropractor. They're a doer. But I could promote a chiropractic website saying, the model for health is having a beautiful straight spine. Go to this chiropractor. The money is in the recommendation. The chiropractor would probably pay me $40 to $60 per lead. And I could talk all day long without actually having to touch anybody and make millions of dollars. And I could send leads to chiropractors in California and New York. And I could, get it down to the state, the city, whatever I wanted to do.
And then when we were talking, I'm asking the same questions today for the audience as I did when we had our initial conversation about, because you said without advertising. So of course I'm doing Facebook advertising all the time to get people into webinars. And so what you're talking about is driving free traffic to a homepage. So talk a little bit about how you do that, because I know you use what's going on in the media and YouTube, but share a little bit about the traffic generation.
Okay, I tried, the kind of ads that you did, and I carefully monitor everything, and I could not make those ads work, and I'm really good. So but all kinds of other models that I used for free would work beautifully. I consider all the major big money companies my departments. For instance, if I want to find a video that's trending, I go to my department YouTube and I just type in trending video with my niche and I put that video on my website. I use the same kind of keywords that somebody would use to search for it. And Google presents pages, pages with videos on them and content ahead of pages with just content and just videos. So if I've got a trending YouTube video on my page, I get this traffic, and people do two things. They search for information, so they'll find my page with that video, and then they look for recommendations, which is always lost on most websites. And the money is in the recommendation saying, now complete this form and either send yourself a lead or a business a lead. That's it.
You're using SEO in addition to the trending videos. And that's important because you talk about putting it on your homepage. Talk about the homepage a bit as to how you recommend people look at that.
Okay. I'm actually certified as an SEO expert because I got tired of paying $2,500 a month to this SEO guy that was not doing what I had in mind, the correct job. So when I created the Income Activator website platform, I built SEO onto every page, and it's very simple. Here's what people need to do on their homepage. They have to first determine what people are searching for. So what do you believe people are searching for to get to your homepage? Pick one. Think of it as a TP. So just your top search item. So let's just say they're searching for how to get healthy. Your homepage needs to address that search inquiry immediately or they're gone. Mm-hmm. So I would say, here is the first step you need to take to getting healthy. And I want to control my traffic and then send them to an action that makes me money. Either complete this form to talk to me or buy my junk. Now, Now, most people, once they talk to somebody, they can close them. But again, I don't want to do that much work. So I would send the lead to somebody that would really love to talk to this person. And I could be the voice all day long saying how to get healthy. Now, what's interesting is that, and I'll reflect back to the insurance thing, I knew nothing about insurance. And it was obvious to the insurance companies. But when there's a breaking news story about insurance that was talking with the insurance companies, they could not talk to the media because they would get fired or, something. And I'm saying, yeah, you're right. Rates are really high and it's just crazy. And because I was unencumbered by a license, they couldn't pull it. I had nothing. I was a consumer advocate, and the media loves consumer advocates. And the businesses love consumer advocates when they silently send them leads that they don't have to get involved with. So it's a constant stream of business for them, and you become famous. Because I was a voice, I ended up with my own talk TV show. I ended up being asked by the major newspapers to write a column for them. Oh yeah, that's great. So
it's really, what you're hearing is we talk about successful businesses solve a problem or serve a need. You found a way to really solve it on both ends of the equation, both for the individual looking for the resource and for the company looking for the customers, and in a much more streamlined basis. And I just love the system that you put together. And the other thing is very, for those of you that have spent a lot of money on websites, I'm going to tell you, Lee has created a model that is so affordable. If you have the ability to fill it out, she's got the templates, and you can get into this program for $60 a month, or you can have her resources actually build the website. I think that's $2,500 or something like that, right, Lee?
Yeah, that's correct. Now, again, I am so focused on the entrepreneur that when, you're right, it does cost $60 a month, but it has all the software, the store, the membership, the lead tracking, unlimited pages, and hosting. Now, here's the interesting thing, because I am an angry woman when it comes to internet marketing, because I see the abuse out there from Facebook and YouTube and the website platforms. So what I did was I decided that anybody that gets an Income Activator platform is 50-50 partner with me. And if they bring on 2 people that get the platform, their website and hosting is completely free. I share the subscription fee with them 50-50. If they bring on 100 people, I pay them $3,000 a month. And the really, really good influencers, I target at get 1,000 people on so I can pay you $30,000 a month. And that's where we're going, because WordPress has 60 million users, and it's pretty much an online brochure, and online brochures do not make money.
Well, and certainly now with Google as strong as it is, Google business pages, a lot of websites are being bypassed completely. So you want to have something that's going to have the traffic and the SEO built into it. So I really love what you've done. And you've been very successful. I think you shared with me thousands of people have been through your program. So this is not something that's in the beginning stages. It's up and running and helping people all the time. And is there any particular industry that it's better for than others, Lee?
This is the beauty of it. You can have whatever your voice is, whatever your message is to the world, you can always find a business that you can send leads to. In fact, everybody there is their own Angie's List and directory. Through your knowledge and experience, you can make recommendations all day long, even through your cell phone when you're talking to somebody over dinner. And if you can go out for dinner now, and you can just send leads through your cell phone and generate revenue. So you are your own Angie's List or home advisor.
And that's really important. You're seeing them more and more. When I first talked to you, I think I shared with you years ago, probably 20 years ago, I kept thinking, we need a Betty Crocker's seal of approval for the world of financial educators and people out there trying to sell courses that they really don't have the experience or knowledge to really do. And so it's like, maybe here's where we need. So we're actually looking at this program from a directory perspective as well. Mm-hmm. But your advice to someone who's sitting there saying, oh, it sounds so complicated, share with them that why you make it actually much more simple than trying to do it on your own.
Well, it's pretty simple, because a lot of people that get a website start creating their website on their own. Well, this website platform, like I've made millions of dollars online. So this website platform is ready to go. I've created it. And all you do is drop in your content and your pictures and videos and follow the system. It comes with a Let's Begin video that walks you through how to edit it and activate your revenue streams. Then, if you have questions, I'm completely accessible. I invite people to talk to me through Skype, or I give them my phone number, and I actually pick up, because we're taking back the internet, the entrepreneurs. When we get on this platform and we start adding things to it, then all the additions are free to everybody. So we as entrepreneurs are saying, nuts to this. I'm not paying extra for a store. I'm going to have unlimited items. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. If I want to program something specifically that I need, you can talk to my programmers and niche exactly what you need. It is beautiful.
Well, and what I love about it is you are truly, it's very obvious you're heart-centered, and your desire is to bring these tools to the entrepreneurs so they can, so many of us, so many clients are frustrated not knowing what they need next, or they hire somebody and they do A, B, and C, but not D, E, and F. And so it's like, now I got to go find somebody else that does D, E, and F. And then, oh yeah, okay, well now I still need G and H. So it's one of these things. Yeah. You end up with a jigsaw puzzle, and I know that well. But Lee, you're going to hang in there with me for a few minutes, because we're going to do another Facebook, a little shorter video for the inside the Facebook group, Play Big, okay. Sharon Lechter. But I want to just remind everybody, you can go to bit.ly/PB for Play Big, PB Income Activator for more information. And always reach out to us at info@sharonlechter.com. And Lee, I just want to really acknowledge you, and I just want to say that this truly is the power of association. We met through Shavon because we were both on a panel for the Best You Expo, and it's just been a pleasure to get to know you. And I look forward to how we can play together. So thank you so much for being with me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening to this segment of the Play Big Movement podcast. Please subscribe to iTunes and leave us a review, as well as join us in other areas of social media, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn @Sharon Lechter, and for Facebook, author Sharon Lechter. Thank you so much and have a fabulous day.